Welcome to Spirit and Soul Podcast. Today we are in New Orleans at the Tales of Cocktail Conference, and we are speaking to Kailonn Cooksey, aka KC. What's really great about KC is that we are good old pals based in Atlanta. So this is the homie. How are you feeling today?
I'm good today.
Yeah.
I'm good. It's tales of business as usual. Busy all week, but busy is good.
What has been the highlight so far? I know there's so many things, but what sticks out the most right now?
Well, this is my first year doing or participating in the seminars, which has been really cool. Just kind of gaining some different insight and different knowledge in different sectors. The seminars are really diverse, so you get like some business stuff and some logistics stuff. You also get the creative side of things, which has been really, really cool. Favorite activation so far, probably Patron yesterday with Austin Mills. They had Austin Mills spinning for an hour, which was really, really awesome.
That is very cool.
Yeah.
I didn't make that one, but there's always so many things I can't.
There's always
so many.
Much. You just gotta make a choice. Fall into it.
It's crazy when it's time to make that choice. You're like, and then you get into it, and then you're like, oh, I'm happy
just like I'm here. Yeah, it's perfect.
Yep.
There are no bad choices at Tales. I always like to say that.
Yep, exactly. So we are covering pop-ups and the creatives behind them, and so your very famous pop-up Duo.
Not famous.
It is. I mean, if you don't know, you should know. I love it. Huge fan. Duo Lingo ATL. So can you explain maybe the name origin and what is Duo Lingo ATL? So for those who don't know.
So Duo Lingo ATL is a pop-up concept that I created. It is a celebration of different cultures through cocktails, food, and sound. All of my first loves. I don't know if cocktails could be a first. I was a little young, but it just was birthed out of, I guess, me wanting to showcase my creativity, wanting to showcase my city a little bit more and exactly how diverse it is. Each installment is a different destination, so it's a traveling concept. We travel to a different destination for each installment. It's a very immersive experience. You come in, you get a passport for each installation or each location. There is a different passport stamp, so I create different stickers and things for that. A lot of other programming that I want to implement, but I am a one-man band for now.
Okay.
So I have some other ideas that I want to kind of implement, but we just had our 1-year anniversary.
Congratulations.
Thank you. It's been a really good ride so far. I'm enjoying the learning curves of it all.
I've had the pleasure of attending a few of these pop-ups, and you hear the word immersive experience, you hear the word curated vibes, and it sounds sometimes a little extra and convoluted a little bit to me, because it's like everybody's saying that, but no, when I go to your pop-ups, it truly feels like that. And it is very intentional from the moment you walk through the door, the moment you sit down at the bar, the moment you grab a bite, the sounds, the music, the DJ that might be featured. It's always great. And something else I think is really interesting, and I want to give you some praise, is he does this pop-up every month, once a month. First off, that's crazy. How do you juggle that? That's one question, but that's not the question I'm really trying to ask. It's every menu is different. You have a new menu each time. How are you coming up with these cocktails once a month, like 6 to 7? How are you doing that? What's in here? How do you do that? Tell me about your menu creation and menu development, maybe from your last one, maybe you want to focus on one specifically, but how does that process work for you?
I mean, honestly, it is just a matter of where I want to go and what I want to do. I have a very vast background in food, beverage, and hospitality. I've been in the industry since I was 15 years old, and I've done pretty much everything there is to do. I've worked at every level in terms of position as well as concept. So I've done, super volume, dive bars. I've worked in a cigar bar. I've worked in fine dining. I've worked in gaming and entertainment. I've worked in music venues, so I have a myriad of experience that contributes to that. In terms of my cocktail mind, I really, really have to attribute that to the first guy that really, really took me under his wing and taught me how to bartend. His name is Jamie Indek. Very, very low-key dude, not like a star tender or anything like that.
Is he based in Atlanta as well?
He is. I was actually just speaking about him yesterday because I just hadn't seen him in so long. So I said I was going to make an effort to do that when we got back home. But he was very integral in kind of helping me to understand what cocktails are, what styles of cocktails there are, how to build cocktails, you know. He was just a very instrumental part in me understanding what the cocktail is.
So your menu development is heavily based on your experience and the different avenues you've taken throughout the industry, but also the founding blocks and building blocks that you learned from. What did you say his name?
His name is Jamie.
Jamie.
That and then for Duolingo.
Yeah, for Duolingo.
For Duolingo, it's just kind of understanding where I want to go.
Go as in travel.
Go as in travel. Yes. Like what is our destination gonna be?
Oh, fun. So where are we going next? The next pop up.
So I'm debating that right now. I do have these things scheduled out, so it is a little bit easier for me to kind of get ahead and start thinking about what I want to do. It's usually like I want this cocktail to be a certain color, or I want to exhibit this certain flavor or whatever. So it's supposed to be for August. Next one is August 18th.
Okay.
At Small Fry.
Okay.
It was supposed to be India. Ooh. But I am debating on maybe pushing that and having the next one be inspired by my new experience at Tales this year.
Okay.
So I think I may pivot it a little bit and do like a Creole, Cajun, New Orleans, French inspired. And we've not traveled anywhere in the United States just yet.
Oh,
so
okay.
I think that might be a good pivot in a fun way. And I like to, when I finish my travels, I like to kind of be inspired by them. So I think I might do that. And I just got back from Europe also, so that might be a...
Oh, yeah, Amsterdam.
Yeah, I went to Amsterdam and I went to Brussels. It was great. It was great. It's always an inspiring experience, I think, to travel, especially outside of what
it's so important.
The States know.
As a creative, that is very important.
Yeah, for sure.
Because we are very much inspired by our surroundings. So.
For sure.
Yes. Okay, so what is some advice? A lot of our listeners, they are pursuing pop-ups. They are bartenders, they are mixologists who want to pursue a pop-up concept. What's a bit of advice that you would share? I mean, there's plenty you could share, but what is no, you need to know this,
I mean, for me, I think it's a really just do it kind of thing. I think oftentimes, especially when you're wanting to execute on a higher level or execute in a certain way, we feel like things have to be lined up a certain way, and it's never going to work out that way. So it's really just and I've been doing events for a very, very long time. I worked for Angels Envy for 4 years, and that's my entire job was kind of putting on events. And it's never going to go how you think it's going to go. Yeah. It just doesn't. It does not matter how much you plan. It doesn't matter how much you prepare. There's inevitably in any event, something is going to, I don't want to say go wrong, but likely not go according to the plan that you had set out. And so I think, biggest and best advice would be to just do it, man, and just keep going and navigate the challenges the best way that you can and make it happen. Yeah.
It's interesting. I cannot remember who I was having this conversation with, but it was an artist, and they were more like a, painter or a person that draws.
Like a visual
artist. Visual artist, something of that sort. And I was watching them do something, and they said, there is no messing up. If I quote unquote messed up, I'm like, oh, that's just part of it. And that concept has stuck with me. It's just no, lean into it. If something goes off, then it was supposed to go that way. What does that turn into now that you're here? So it's really great to be adaptable to what might happen.
I mean, you have to be.
Never know.
That's the number one word, adaptability.
Yeah,
for sure.
Okay, so let's say your attendees, to your guests that come to your pop-ups, what is like the biggest takeaway that you want for them to have when they walk away and they're like, "Oh, that was dope. What's that?"
I mean, I think that's what I want. I want people to enjoy the experience. And I think for me, also Duo Lingo started as like being a little bit more intentional about exposing people to different things. I think that our palettes can be a little monotonous and a little dull, especially, sometimes in the Atlanta market. A lot
I was
of
going to
things
say that
are
too. In Atlanta, I think
very
that's great.
repetitive.
Yes.
And so that was kind of my thing too. I wanted to bring something a little bit different. I forgot the question. Sorry.
What do you want your attendees to take away from your experience?
Yeah, I just want them to walk away saying like, that was dope. I got to try something new. I tried something different. I stepped outside of my comfort zone, because a lot of my Duo Lingo cocktails can be kind of out there. They are quite experimental, and I designed the menu in a way where people want to try all of the things on the menu.
Oh, yeah, they do.
And so it makes me really happy when people journey through, 3 or 4 out of the 6 cocktails, or even, quite a few people that go through them all. So
that's a good sign.
Yeah, I think that more than anything is what I want people to take away. Like, this was awesome. There's, nothing really like this happening. But I do want more things like that to happen in my city. So, yeah.
So you said you're going to India next. Maybe what's in the future? So 1 year anniversary. You just passed your 1 year anniversary. Where do you see Duo Lingo ATL? In the next year or two? Like,
I see it being a traveling concept. That is that's the ultimate goal. The concept is travel. So I think the natural next step is to start to travel.
That I can already see the content you can create around that. I can
for sure.
visually see what you're saying.
So that is the plan, short plan, hopefully in the next quarter. Start kind of lining those things up. And then maybe after the holidays, because the holidays can get a little crazy. So maybe at the top of the year, start a little Duo Lingo ATL tour. Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, that sounds dope. I had one more question.
Yes.
What would you say would be like your biggest challenge with your concept? And it's so consistent. You do it every month, so I can only imagine that might be sometimes a challenge. But for our listeners who might be interested in building concepts that are pop-ups, like what do you find is like a big challenge for you that you had to I keep hitting something here, I gotta shift, and you had a big learning moment for you? A challenge that transitioned to a learning moment, maybe.
I don't know that one particular thing pops out. Like I said earlier, I am a one-man band, and the level in which I execute, I need about another 3 or 4 men in this band. Yeah. So that is probably my biggest challenge, is just wanting to execute at a certain level. And, for, I guess, people that are watching that don't know, I do an announcement, kind of flyer rollout. There's a video rollout kind of saying where we're going and who the guests are going to be and all of these things. So that, just even the marketing and social media, all of those things require a lot on top of building out this very immersive experience, on top of having to, get a guest list together and make sure, all of those things are aligned. So I think that is probably my biggest challenge. And the lesson in that for me is just getting ahead and planning. So I said, if this is something that I know I'm going to be doing, so where do I want to go? What are the dates going to be? What are some of the flavors that are native to these places, or what are some things that I really want to incorporate or use? And kind of getting ahead in that way helps for me to not feel so overwhelmed.
Yeah. And you do partner a lot with sometimes you partner with an establishment, and I'm sure that helps too. a little bit with. There's so many things.
Yeah,
there's so many things, but
list.
I think when you have like a consistent place that you pop up every month, that could probably help with that too.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Because having to source out a venue each time could be a challenge.
Yeah, for sure,
Yeah.
So, and I mean that too, like finding that consistency, which can be a challenge, in the beginning.
Yeah. Well, it's always turned out so beautifully. We never see, all of the back end, what you might be experiencing. We never see that when we show up. The content is superb. It's consistent. So you're great there. Like I feel like you're well on your way to, you want to go and travel outside the United States. I think you are very well on your way to that.
Thank you.
It's pretty seamless on our end. You run a tight ship.
Well, that makes me happy. That makes me happy, for sure.
Any last words that you want to share about, your Duo Lingo journey, KC as a mixologist based in Atlanta, that you want to share with our listeners today? Words of advice, lesson learned. I don't know.
I think it's just a just do it. Nike, I think, has probably the best mantra and tagline of all of marketing history. You just have to fucking do it. There's no other. That's it.
Yeah.
That's my last words.
Well, good. So for our listeners that want to follow and stay up to date with your pop-ups and everything you're doing, what are your best IG handles? And
you can follow me at for Duolingo at Duo Lingo ATL. I also run my own mobile cocktail company, and now kind of shifting that to more of a creative agency as I am a very all-encompassing creative. So follow me there at High Gravity ATL. And then if you want to follow my personal page, I never really post there, but at Kailonn Cooksey, KAILONN COOKSEY.
Thank you, Kailonn.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Kailonn. And thank you, listeners, for tuning in. This is another amazing episode of Spirit and Soul Podcast. Definitely follow us on YouTube, Instagram, Spotify, anywhere you listen to podcasts. Thank you for listening. Cheers.